Tell me your name and where you come from.
Yes, I'm Dr. Wilson Kasolo. I am the Executive Secretary of ANAFE. ANAFE is the African Network for Agriculture, Agroforestry, and Natural Resources Education. It is a network of universities and colleges in Africa, 146 of them, and our priority areas are related to curriculum development, curriculum reviews, development of teaching materials, basically looking at making training and teaching in universities and colleges in Africa contextual and relevant to the needs of the various sectors. And we are looking at agriculture, we are looking at natural resources, we are looking at forestry per se. And we are saying, how can we make the graduates that we get out of our universities and colleges responsive to the needs of the various sectors, relevant, and really turning them into job creators and job seekers. So we are saying we need to see how to make education relevant, how to make training relevant in the various sectors, so that we can have good contribution, enhance the contribution of the graduates from these institutions to the development of the African continent.
First of all, why do you think this particular event is very important to the African continent?
This particular event is very important because when we look at forestry per se, it has a big role to play in environmental management, environmental conservation, but also it's a real big area that could provide a lot of employment, that could provide livelihood sources for very many people in the local areas, but also contribute nationally to national economic development. And we are looking at really providing employment across the value chain of the forestry sector, and we are looking at adding value to the forest resources. And if we really get this one done properly, we can see quite a lot of employment opportunities. We can see the improvement of forestry sector to the general development of the local communities, national development really being enhanced. And we are saying if we really provide the right skills, the right training, and get the people, especially the youth, engage in the various value chain related activities, we can see how this one will really provide opportunities for the people who are looking like their employments, they don't have employment, they don't have livelihood sources. This is an opportunity that we have if we really do package the training programs properly.
You've been with participants for about 2 days now. You've heard from most of them, almost all of them, sharing their experience, sharing their concerns and suggestions. Which of the suggestions that really, kept you thinking since yesterday?
I think one of the major things which are coming out is that are we providing the right training in as far as the forest sector is concerned to spur development, to get the youth and the various people in the local communities, private sector interested in forestry per se? Are we providing the right information related to forest sector to, for example, decision makers, so that they can look at forestry as a real avenue, as a real opportunity for investment, so that we can attract resources into the forest sector? So what we are saying, this is an opportunity for us to really turn around the training of forestry, to repackage forestry training so that it can be attractive to the investors, it can be attractive to the people who have money to put in the decision makers, various governments, various development partners, but to the various, for example, the youth. How do we make sure that the training is turned around so that we attract the people, the youth to join, we attract investment to come in? And this is what we are dealing with right now.
What are your expectations after the event? What do you expect from the participants?
What I expect at the end of the whole program is that, one, we should have conceptualized, we shall have the issues that are relevant, that have been missing in training, forestry training, identified. And we should have strategies and mechanisms developed for making sure that these issues are integrated in training programs. We should also look at how do we get to have these issues reflected in the various training programs in our colleges and universities, so that the graduates that will get hereafter should be graduates that will really have a different perspective. They will have a changed attitude, but they will have the right skills to, first of all, privately get engaged, to be entrepreneurs, to be job creators, but also support and facilitate development and investment in the forest sector in the local communities and also at national levels. That's what we expect. And for me, as a NAFE, as a representative of ANAF, we are looking at an opportunity for us to say, how can we use the experience we have of developing curricula, reviewing curricula, developing teaching materials, and also capacity development, so that we really take on board the issues that will come out around these areas, so that we can see how to facilitate and support the education institution to have them integrated, to have them taken on.
The final words?
My final word is that I think we need to really look at forestry as a very opportune area for investment. Forestry as a sector that can greatly improve the livelihoods of very many people. Forestry sector as a sector that can really take on employment of the very many redundant youth across the continent. All we need to do is make sure we package the training properly, we put the right incentives in place, and develop right strategies so that the youth, the various people who look like they're unemployed, can finally find employment in forestry. And that will require developing the right skills and having the right environment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.